up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Ruckert for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go. On a nice little Friday episode, I tell you, this is just a real nice surprise. It's not just me. I'm Timmy Hall. We got the Bodeman back there. Tyvis Powell, everybody.
Hello.
He's along for the ride.
I am. I've missed you, Timmy.
But I've missed you too, and it's good to see you working again. Really ready to work.
I'm just so honored that you decided to put me on the schedule again.
It's great, isn't it? It's a great honor.
It means a lot to me. Thank you.
And I felt like putting somebody else on the schedule too. So we got ourselves a Sanzenbacher. Dane Sanzenbacher. And I tell you what, when he walked in the building today, he was just revved up, fired up.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I'm on fire for some reason.
What's up with you, man?
I think it's because I get 1 hour. Since the season's over and I don't have my pregame show, I get 1 hour every 2 weeks. So I have so much pent up to try to get in.
Yes.
Like I started my show out there. And I'm just like,
what were you like talking with the King out there?
With King and Dom, yes.
King,
I couldn't
King
stop.
and Dom.
So I don't know what got into me on the ride over here, but yeah, I'm ready to do an hour.
How much have you been on since they won the Natty? You had a weekend show, didn't you?
I think I was on the next weekend, yes. And it was 3 hours. So
that's
it was a lot.
That's a good show.
It hadn't
I thought I heard some of that
sunk
driving
in yet.
around.
Yeah, you did.
I really loved your stuff because I was driving around after Ohio State beat Texas. And I even texted you back about it. The way that you broke down, and you had to do this sitting next to Tito, so it was extra good. The way that you broke down the Texas boy aspect and the Ohio boy aspect. It was sort of pulling at your heartstrings about how old-timey college football kind of crept into that one.
I'm getting all nostalgic about what it used to be and what's important about the game.
You're getting weepy.
I've the past couple weeks, I'm like, you know what? There's something here. Tyvis just tried to tell me this before, but it just took me a minute to get there. I was a little cynical, but I was like, no, there's a soul here in college football. And then, so that's where the Texas boy, Ohio boy came from.
And it was a great observation.
Beautiful thing.
Because Quinn Ewers was here, and then he had to, you know what? I've got to leave and go home where I belong.
And that's cool.
To Texas.
It
is cool.
I mean, that's what it is. That's just what it is. Right, Tyvis?
That is exactly what it is.
He's like, duh, I knew this. Welcome to the party.
It just, when you're from a place, obviously, growing up in Ohio, it was like the whole controversy when you looked at Ohio State roster for the past few years about how they have all these kids from different places. And it's like, they just don't fully understand the rivalry. And then people was like, well, that's why they're not winning, because they're not Ohio kids and they just don't understand. And it's like, no, you can adopt the mentality. I played with some guys that truly adopted that mentality that was not from
adopt it, but don't abandon it.
Exactly.
Yes. Well,
here's what's great. Here's what's great about everything that just happened. Like some of the things you pointed out, how like the new school college football has blended in a little bit with the old school. And I think obviously the big fire starter here is going back to the rivalry game. I mean, that's what it is, right? It is the devastation that this program felt. And we will never truly be able to know if this team would have won the national championship had it just rolled through Michigan and was all happy and feeling good about itself with the big break and then going into the playoff.
Well, they would have been to the Big Ten championship.
They would have had to play the next week. Mm-hmm. And so we don't really know how that game would have gone. There's a lot of unknowns.
Well, isn't that part, though, of what has made college football so intriguing and fun in the first place is all the messiness. I know the big effort now is to clean up the messiness, but college football has always been about, the emotion, passion, the schools, the rivalries, the traditions. Never really about how perfect you can get a playoff system. It just never has been.
We've never had a good. We've never done that right.
But it's still beloved. It's still beloved because people feel connected to it. Like Ohio State is their team, not a team they root for. They have a belonging to it. And all these other, hey, we're gonna wax for an hour on the beauty of this, guys.
Well, the thing.
Oh, that's all you want to do here this hour?
No, we can talk basketball too.
Decided,
we can talk to Coach Diebler.
By the way, we do have a lot of fun stuff coming up. We'll end the hour with a Power 5. I love how I think the last time the three of us did this, like you guys were all like giving the
we
Power
did
Five
pizza,
and illogical orders. Like
yeah.
Starting with the best one. It's like, well, okay, very suspenseful now. We'll see if we can clean that up. It'll have to do with candy tonight. And Jake Diebler, the big guest at 6:30.
An exciting one. They're hot.
Yeah, they figure something out.
What just a couple adjustments can do. And they were close.
Yep.
Pointing
I
that
agree.
out. They lost 3 games by combined 5 points. That's tough to feel. You talk about the football team feeling the brunt of that Michigan loss and then doing what they had to do. They had to feel some of that with those 3 losses they had.
Well, I'm happy for you, Tim, because I know you do an unbelievable job doing pre and post game shows.
Thank you. That's
and
very
I understand how, if you tune into a post game show and they lose a game, how you can respond at times.
Well,
He's a professional.
I'm glad that it's been great to do a post game after a win.
It is great to do a post game after the win. It does affect the mood of the show.
No, it does.
Obviously.
1,000. I did the Browns, so I know.
I do that kind of show for the fans. I am trying to sort of view the game as I would view it as a basketball fan and feel all the things in that game like a fan would. Because I know how I want to listen. I know how I want to listen to a show when I've been in the arena and a bunch of things go wrong. Maybe the refs sucked and that's something that's on my mind. All these different things. So I try to adjust it that way based on how it goes. And here lately, they have been more fun because they've actually turned a corner right now.
That's what it feels like. Good time to be doing it, too.
Yeah, it really is. But back to what you were saying about college football. Like this, where we're going here, and you said this about the format's always been messy. Exactly. Like Tyvus has the new 9-time national champions hoodie. A lot of the championships that are on that hoodie, like 1970 is a season where Ohio State lost the Rose Bowl.
You're getting it, Tim.
But they're the national champs, right? We've had a system for how many years where you get to the end and then there's 30 different games. Everybody's just playing their own version of a championship game. But here we are now with an actual playoff system that is designed to just maximize, obviously, money. That's one part of it. But put a different stamp of importance on all these games coming up to the end. And I, for the most part, really enjoyed what we saw. I know it's easy to say because we won the national championship, but this put a lot more excitement. Like knowing that a team like Indiana was actually going to have their shot to get into a playoff system, that made things a little more exciting.
I think there was good and bad. I think that was one of the highlights to me looking back at it was those first week campus games. Mm-hmm. I think those were awesome. I think those were purely college football.
Yeah.
What Tyvus, you got wheels churning here. What are you thinking? Or are you just laughing at the energy I'm putting out right now?
Wheels churning here.
It's like you're thinking like
He's always looking.
Or am
like
I firing
that.
you up?
No, it is that too. But first of all, I'm always fired up. Especially when you want to talk college football. But I think that, to be honest with you, I did enjoy the 12-team playoff this year. I know a lot of people had mixed feelings about it. I am still in the thought that there is only like 4 or 5 teams that can actually win it all every year. So I do think that they doing a little too much. But I do understand. I like the underdog story because I was an underdog. We won it all as an underdog. So I understand what that feeling is like. So I'm always rooting for those teams that's 11, 12 in the playoff to do something. And I'm sure we're going to find a time where that team, like just think if Ohio State would have lost another game and they would have came in at the 12th seed, like
they would have lost 3 games?
Yeah.
And still got in?
Maybe. Let's say they went to, let's say
if it was the Penn State game, it's possible.
Because they lost a lot of top 5.
Again, like I'm saying.
Games.
It's better. Still a mess.
It is. It is.
So you
fix the
are
format.
you
I
saying
think if
that
you fix the
Alabama
seating,
should have got in over SMU?
No,
I don't think
not
you
saying
said that.
Okay.
No, we were doing the show when the brackets got revealed.
I've hit a new view that encompasses the health of college football as a whole, and I think it was better for the whole sport to have a path in for those smaller teams.
You sound like you want to tease something.
Oh, I've got some takes later. I've got some things that I think could potentially
can you do
help,
this
help rescue the soul, of college football.
Rescue the soul of college football.
We're getting all the numbers and the math right. People aren't thinking about the soul enough.
Dane Sanzenbacher is going to rescue the soul of college football. Tyvus and I will sit here and listen to how it's going to be done and then make critical comments about
sure
it.
You will.
That's coming up. We're just getting started here today. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt?
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm just not sure that college is right for me.
Have you considered a career in dental assisting? I love my job as a dental assistant. I have flexible work hours, the money is good, and I get to work in a professional, people-oriented dental office. What I really love about my job is knowing that I give people a healthy smile.
For more information about becoming a dental assistant, contact your high school guidance counselor. Or if you are no longer in school, talk to a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining healthcare.
Donato's is dancing into 2025 with a New Year's deal that's too good to miss. All January long, get 25% off everything you order online. That's 25% off Donato's famous thin crust pizzas, oven-baked subs, fresh salads, wings, desserts, all your Donato's favorites. So get 2025 started with 25% off your online order now and throughout January using promo code 2025. Order with the app or at Donatos.com.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite Fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including all-wheel drive versions of the best-selling Corolla. Now through February 3rd, get low-rate financing on a Corolla or lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE for $229 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center. Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens. We're looking at nice weather this evening, but rain will be coming back as we head through tonight. Temperatures falling below freezing overnight means a little bit of mix could accompany that rain as temperatures fall. We'll be back up into the upper 30s, near 40 and dry for Saturday. Temperatures warming back to the 50s with more cloud cover for Sunday. We'll stay in the 50s as we head through the start of next week. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens with your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
Hating Michigan is our favorite national pastime. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell, and Dane Sanzenbacher here on a lovely Friday night. All you fine Buckeye fans as well. We're nearly full throttle here on a Friday night. I want to tell you for a minute about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. They're Tyvis's friends, too.
Yes, they are.
Because, guys, it's the new year, and for a lot of us, it's a time to decide to make those positive changes in our lives. And if you're suffering with that dreaded two-letter acronym, that's ED, erectile dysfunction, you do not want it. Tri-State Men's Health, that's the good news. They know how to treat it. They got the treatments that work when those pills or herbals fail. They've got treatments with success rates over 90%. Some can have you last an hour or more. They've got an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be doing it the day after your appointment. And Tyvis won't need those secret channels and those secret sections on the secret stick that he has. As Dane has no idea what we're talking about, but we'll inform him in a second. So call them at 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. 2 locations right here in Central Ohio, Westerville, the one in Hilliard, right off of 270. First visit's just $99. If medically advised, you get a test dose in the office. And if that doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. So check them out, tristatemenshealth.com. Yeah, so Tyvis, gets his TV. We can't get TV 50 million different ways right now. You just buy a television and it's a smart TV, and whatever brand it is, you just go. And you can get damn near any movie or show you ever wanted to watch.
Okay.
He apparently still has a guy. You know, how there was a minute there where you had
a guy that hacks in, gives you
hacked shows and hacked movies.
I know somebody that can get you together.
See what I'm talking about?
Okay.
That's the
I thought this had to do with ED. So this just took a turn to TV.
Well, no. What I meant with the joke was that there's adult channels too.
I was scrambling channels. And
I haven't heard of somebody essentially jailbreaking a thing to get TV in a
while.
Probably 10 years.
Because we can all get whatever we want.
I guess I like it, though.
Does it get you Sunday ticket games?
Whatever you want.
Oh, man.
Whatever you want to see.
I'm going to get the FBI on you.
I was going to say, can you say that?
I don't know nothing about that. Allegedly. This is all alleged.
This is just a radio show.
This is all allegedly.
This is for entertainment purposes.
I like you say, hey, it works for you.
To be honest with you, I use YouTube
Smart
TV.
Man.
I use YouTube TV.
Speaking of your ad read, I was having a thought. Based on the number of
what?
ED ads we do on this station.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that sports radio causes ED?
Maybe. And then we treat it.
We cause it and treat it.
I like to think of it as no one in this entire city will have it. If they listen to us enough.
I agree.
It will
every time I'm in here,
somebody be eradicated.
Every time I'm sitting in here, somebody's looking at me in the eyes, talking to me, looking me dead in the eyes and saying, you know what you need?
You could be doing
Ain't it a great life?
The day after.
Yeah, you did the live read last time.
I did on the pregame show.
And I was sitting right here.
Yep.
We're just all so good at it. That's why we get to do it. So, by the way, we here are brought to you by our good friends at CareSource and also by Coors Light. We thank them for sponsoring this lovely show. Dane, you said you brought takes. It's not every day that someone comes on a radio show and just says that they brought takes. He even texted me earlier that he wanted to have Stephen A. level takes.
Oh, wow.
Ready to go.
Did you say that?
You just said something about the soul of college football will be saved or reborn or whatever you said back there.
He's reborn. That's what he's saying.
I am. And I turned a quarter. There was a time on here when you guys both roasted me for my takes on.
You did it to yourself.
I did it to myself.
You said something bad that day.
Well, I said I was willing to say Michigan and not do the team up north thing. I said that was played out.
That's not really what got us.
I thought that was.
It was about what you said about the game.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
how the mindset about the game needed to change.
And so I'm ready to redeem myself because I have turned a corner. Okay.
Oh.
And I've changed I've opened my eyes. Okay. Now there's going to be people that are going to think this take is so dumb. There actually is people in the newsroom that I just presented it to that said, Dane, do not say that on air. That's about the dumbest thing I've heard.
Dying to hear.
I gotta hear it.
Yeah. But there's going to be at least 6 to 10 people out there listening, nodding along, being like, this guy gets it. Okay. Here's my proposal.
The whole 6.
I just want to hear
6 to 10. Okay, so as I'm looking at the landscape of college football, obviously, a lot of changes are happening. There's different things, a lot of decisions being made for money, what have you, whatever it is. But what's made college football great has never been about getting the matchups perfect or marquee things. It's about the passion, the tradition, the rivalries, the pageantry, the campuses, the stadiums, all of the stuff that's a feel.
Yes.
That's a soul of the game,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm
we can get the matchups right. We can find a true we can
still
argue about
separates
who's
it from the NFL
Right,
because you went to a school. You
Or-
don't
or-
go to an NFL team.
Yes, you feel more of a passion. So those traditions are so important, right?
I agree.
They are very, very important
Yeah.
to what college football is.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
And
all of the changes don't really take into account. You could play Michigan 3 times in a year. How special is that?
less special than one a year.
Less special.
But also, to me, provides a slight level of intrigue into seeing something that has never happened before. And we're still college football, and we still have the passion attached to these games.
Let me land this plane and let you guys begin your roast, okay? Here's what I propose. And I think it's an outstanding idea. And it's just the shot in the arm the fans would need.
Okay.
That are feeling, I don't know this college football. I don't feel connected to this. And I think it could make an absolute legend out of this program and this coach. You call up Michigan. You say, hey, loser opts out of the playoff.
Oh, my God.
Meet us at the end of November.
Loser opts out of the playoff.
We're going to say, if we're winning the national championship, it's going through you. We'll meet him at the border. Handshake deal. Nothing written.
He's right.
Old school tradition.
He was hot today, Tyvis.
Old school tradition. We won our national championship. You got to feel good about it. That's great. Now that we've got it, next mission is beat Michigan. It's the most important thing of next year.
Well, we ain't going to beat him if you keep saying the name.
Too hot. Tyvis, what do you think about that? I in no way can get on board with that, but I like where your mindset is. And I feel like we've got you back. Not only do we have you back with the level of importance for that Michigan game, but you're going 100 steps farther than we would even go.
Like I said, there are six people out there
from the playoff
that would say yes.
There's more than six.
And here's why you do it. And
there's still crazy people out there that would rather go 1-11 and beat Michigan than win the Natty. And that's
here's
crazy.
the problem with that narrative and the national narrative that makes you crazy. It doesn't. It makes you a college football fan. Okay? It's never been about winning a national championship. We invented this thing in the last 15 years. This is a 100-year-old sport that's built on tradition and the cool little stuff. So that's why I do feel, I don't believe that, and I don't believe Ryan Day should be fired, and I don't believe that, but you're disenfranchising a huge number of the fan base by saying you're crazy for thinking the Michigan game is important when nobody asked the fans, hey, should we make these changes to make this less important? Nobody said yes.
I'm not saying that you're crazy for thinking the Michigan game is important. I agree, and I'm right there in line with you that the game is important. I'm just saying 1-11 is one of those crazy takes. But you're right.
Tim, what is your suggestion then to keep the game important? Because I'll tell you who's not going to do it for you. The networks aren't going to keep it important. The conference is not going to keep it important. They don't care. So what's your suggestion to keep it important, or are you just going to let it go?
My suggestion is win the game.
Okay, but how to keep it important?
Yeah, I don't think that this game needs window dressing. That's my argument. I don't think that Ohio State, Michigan needs all of that with what you're saying. I think this is a rivalry that stands the test of time. I think guys like you and guys like you, Tyvis.
It's my take, and it's a hot one.
You played it, you lived it, and when you get on shows like this, you talk it up and you agree.
Tyvis is chewing on this.
Tyvis is chewing on this. Their name.
Tyvis is chewing on this idea, though, and I want to hear what he has to say about it.
What I would tell you is I have no problem with that at all. I have no problem with that. Because the thing is...
That's what you don't understand, Timmy.
The thing is, like back when I was banging, like, I think...
I'm telling you, let me present it to the team.
Because we're not losing.
Let me present it to the team.
Lose.
I'm going to bet you those guys will say, sign it up.
Ask Ryan Day.
I'm asking the guys. Sign it up.
Well, Ryan Day's one of the guys. Because he's the guy right now.
Well, the thing is, this would have been like a perfect scenario. Like if this was not this year, because they weren't that good this year, even though they won. Like the last 2 years, though, like last year and then the year before that, where both teams was kind of undefeated, and it was like 2 versus 3 and 3 versus 4. Like, if you say, now the loser it is, you opt out, like...
What's wrong with it?
Literally all the marbles.
What's wrong with it?
I will say it's hot...
You know what the problem with it is?
Dane, it's hot.
You know what
it's really hot.
I'm going to tell you...
You surprised me. I wasn't ready for that.
But if you let it marinate, and it's not bad, and it kind of warms my heart with joy, the idea if you laid that down and then went and beat them.
Could you imagine if you did that with the skid and then going on the road? What if you're 11-0?
You want numbers? You want viewers? Lay that down and then have that game march.
You're not wrong.
Lay it down and say, you know what? Not only will we say that, we're going to have to beat you at home. Deal?
The problem with this is...
No deal. You're not wrong. It would increase everything. Sorry, Tyvis. I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't sign up for it.
Well, the problem with it is that we've seen this song and dance technically for 2 years. Like, not this year, but 2 years ago and then 3 years ago. It essentially was that.
It was. Of course
because
it was.
It was for the Big Ten championship and a spot in the 4-team playoff.
Yeah, and what was wrong with that?
Well, nothing, but I'm just saying.
So, okay. That's
the reason why Ohio State fans will be nervous is because they seen that song and dance 2 or 3 years ago.
I'll tell you exactly what the problem is that this year we won the national championship, and it's awesome. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is for me.
I'm telling you who I'm speaking for is out there listening, nodding along and saying, you know what? Because that's what college football is about.
All right. College football to college basketball here. I think the coolness meter on Ryan Day has gone up a lot here in these last few days as he's been doing the celebration tour. I say the coolness meter on our guy Jake Diebler has gone up a lot these last 3 games too, because this team is back in the swing of things. Diebler is going to join us in 2 minutes to talk about these 3 wins in the big game against Illinois coming up on Sunday. In 2 minutes, right here on The Fan.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
You hear that? That's the sound of the new Tim Hortons pairings calling your name. Whether rushing to the car or grabbing a quick bite on your way to work, Tim's has a breakfast deal designed for your busy life. Choose from a warm small cup of coffee with our savory omelet bites or creamy avocado toast for just $4. Or grab a hearty grilled breakfast wrap with coffee for just $5. A delicious pairing at your convenience to tackle the day. At participating U.S. restaurants, excludes grilled breakfast wrap with beef. Terms apply.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Donato's is dancing into 2025 with a New Year's deal that's too good to miss. All January long, get 25% off everything you order online. That's 25% off Donato's famous thin crust pizzas, oven-baked subs, fresh salads, wings, desserts, all your Donato's favorites. So get 2025 started with 25% off your online order now and throughout January using promo code 2025. Order with the app or at Donatos.com.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeye talk and occasional discussion about the latest tracksuit trends. Yes, looking nice. This is the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Hey, Tracksuit Friday. We got the rejoin. And now Dane Sanzenbacher is wearing his Ohio All-Stars basketball jersey. Man, he came prepared because he knew the big guest. Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell, Dane Sanzenbacher, and now on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline, the head basketball coach of the Red Hot Buckeyes right now, Jake Diebler. Jake, we got a wild crew in here today. How we feeling?
Dane was good enough to get in that All-Star game?
He's wearing the jersey, Jake.
Jake, the last time we talked, I think, was 25 years ago, and I was wearing this jersey. That's why I'm wearing it tonight. You may not recall, but that was about when it was.
I'm glad it still fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely could not fit into mine back in the day. I can tell you that, man.
So, yeah, Jake, AAU basketball, all Ohio. You were on this. You were on the 6th grade team with Coach Patterson and Sweeney, and your dad was an assistant coach.
Yes.
You're remembering this? We went to Orlando.
Yep.
On the 4th grade team was your younger brother John, and then there was another little dark-haired kid that barely played but was along for the ride. And that, my friend, was me.
Hey, the good old days, right?
The good old days. Good to hear from you again, and congrats on the success that we're having so far, man. Couldn't be happier for you.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, our guys are really connected right now, and we're starting to benefit from some consistency with these lineups. But I think we're really growing and like where we're at. We're starting to pick up a little momentum. It seems we can. Hey, every single game, it's like one right after another. Tough game after tough game after tough game. So we gotta keep this going here as we head into Champaign, Illinois here in a couple days.
Dane, Dane, that's amazing, that story that you connected.
I meant to tell you guys about this before we went on and did it.
He didn't give us that clue.
I didn't. I was talking about other stuff. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going with it.
He just put the jersey on, was waiting for the interview.
I went down to look for the picture because there was a picture in the Toledo Blade, and I was like, this will be nice. And I couldn't find that. I randomly found the jersey, and I'm like, all right, it's going to be a bit, but let's go for it.
It's unbelievable. It's just bringing Northern Ohio, just bringing people together, and here we are.
So I'm a huge Diebler family supporter.
How can you not? How can you not be?
Love them.
I mean, it's like Buckeye royalty right now. But Jake, we talked about the 3-game stretch where you lost 3 games to really good teams by 5 points. That has to be looked at as a turning point at this point. I know you got a long way to go, but what were you guys able to do as a team to stay with it and not get too down or hang your heads after that?
Yeah, I think the big thing for us is we got we have great chemistry. We got a good connected group. And if we hadn't, right, it could have easily went the other way. The big thing, though, I think with how difficult this league is you gotta be able to compartmentalize a little bit each game. Certainly through that entire stretch, those 5 straight. Now, listen, I've been around basketball since I could walk, and never in my entire life have I been a part of 5 straight one-possession games that decided by one possession ever. It was the first time in Ohio State history. So the biggest thing for us was each game we didn't run from the tape. We watched it. We addressed things we had to get better at. We certainly acknowledged things that we were doing well because we were doing some really good things in that stretch against some good teams. We weren't finishing the way we needed to. We had to clean up some execution. But you got to give our guys a lot of credit because we kept growing and we kept growing, and it could have been very easy to say, well, man, what if? And we could have, those close losses could have stunted our growth. But I'm so proud of the way our guys stayed connected, committed to growing, and I think that's a big reason why we've had the success we've had here recently.
You know, Jake, last night, your backcourt really stepped up. And, it seems like those two guys really figured each other out with, Junie and Bruce. What have you seen out of them?
Well, having two guys who can play make at such a high level gives you great versatility. And listen, it helps Bruce, and he and I were talking about this last night after the game, it helps him when someone else can create some easy shots for him sometimes. And, they put their best defender on Bruce, and he certainly has earned that. And their best defender is one of the best defenders in the country. So for us to be able to take Bruce off the ball and get him some looks, in different places on the court, create some closeout situations for him instead of all the eyes kind of being on him at the top of the court, I think is really helpful. And I got great confidence and trust in John Mobley's ability to read the game and play make. I mean, this is 2 games in a row, high assist games for him. So I think it's a great thing we got going right now. And those two, through the experience they've had together, are playing really well.
Jake, I was at the Oregon game and the Indiana game. Both games you lost close. And then you turn around and go to Purdue.
All right?
I know, it must have been me. Well, I didn't make it to Mackey, and good thing I didn't, because tough place to win. And then you guys turn around and do that. You've talked about the resiliency of this team. Is that a matter of you just have guys that are naturally like that, you have a good group, or is there something that you specifically try to preach to these guys to cultivate that kind of locker room?
I think it's a little bit of both. We want the foundation of this program is built on toughness and family and that togetherness. When I reflected back on that stretch, those games that unfortunately you were at, apparently.
Sorry.
When I reflect back on those, I didn't watch the film and say, man, we're not playing hard enough or we're not playing tough enough. I think we've been pretty consistent with that throughout the course of this year. Now, we've had to play smarter at times. We've had to execute a little bit better. And, in all those games, we had shots to win it. And so for us, what we've developed since then is throughout the flow of a game, we've developed more of a killer instinct. We've been able to push a 4 to 5 to 6 point lead up to 10, like we did against Iowa, like we did last night. And then, I thought our response, the true test of our toughness, was in Mackey Arena when we took the lead, they retook the lead, went up to 6, and then we responded with a big run to take the lead back. I thought that was the truest test of toughness we've shown so far this year.
Jake, I'm curious. We obviously have been talking a lot about the national championship run for the football team, but also a lot of the stuff and the noise, obviously, that was out there on Ryan Day, like about the job status. When you're hitting this stretch here in your first full season and you're going on the road to Purdue with a chance at the record being 10-9 at that point, I'm just curious, in your first go-around with this, how much is that in your routine where you try to, even some of us here at the station, right? Do you have to shut it off at a certain point in time? How do you take all that in? And obviously when you're doing well, there'll be a lot of positivity out there, but there's 2 sides to that coin, right?
Well, I think for me, in this, I don't ever want any Buckeye fan to apologize for what the standard of this program should be. And no one believes that standard should be higher than I do. Trust me. And so I got deep affection for this program and where I believe it belongs. And listen, I love the passion of our fans and the support we get and the want to for it to be right now. And I get that. But, I think it's year one. And even though I was here last year, this is year one of an entirely new program. It's a new system. It's a new staff. It's a new team. And, we're laying a foundation that's going to be sustainable for years to come. And the biggest thing for me right now is we are representing this program with a toughness and a togetherness that our former players are proud of. And listen, we're fighting for results right now, absolutely, and disappointed that we've let a couple slip away so far this year. But the response of our team has been good. I don't really get a whole lot of all that noise that maybe you're talking about. Really, a lot of the conversations that I've been a part of have been super supportive. So, but I love that our fans have high expectations for our program, and I don't want anybody to apologize for that because I know my expectations are probably at the top of the list. But that's what we're working for. When you're done here, where do you want it to be? I want this program consistently competing for Big Ten championships and deep tournament runs, getting to the Final Four. That's where I think this program belongs. The height of its program was doing that. Fad Mata did it, and there's been pockets right throughout the history of this program, and why not? Like that's my mentality. Like why not us? Like why can't we get it back there? Now the game's changed, right? College basketball is different. The recipe to get there may be different, but we're figuring that out, and we're building towards that. But it starts with laying a foundation that recognizes our past. That's why I'm such a believer in former players coming back and being a part of our program. And I love the investment of our former players having our program. That was a huge priority for me for day one. And how we represent them on the court is important. And then, from there, it's like, can we get some consistency with the roster? Can we build? Make no mistake, you need really talented players. That you go back and look at those Final Four teams that had. There's a lot of talent on the floor, and I think recruiting is an important part of that. But that's where I think this program belongs, and we're working towards getting it there. It's going to take maybe a little bit of time, but I said, why not us?
Guys, this was great for head coach Jake Diebler to check in with us. Love it. Love the expectations and hearing you talk about that mountaintop. The only thing you didn't say about Final Fours was national championship, but I know that was in your head right there. And go.
Listen, we get there, we get a chance, we can get it done. There's no question.
It can be done. Go get Illinois on Sunday. I want you to make Brad Underwood's face so red that it actually catches on fire.
Hey, if you haven't seen a game there, that is one heck of a tough place to play. And they just lost a real tough one on the road, so we're expecting to get their absolute best. Should be a great one on Sunday.
You guys are primed to do it right now, playing some great basketball. Keep it up. Jake, thanks for the Friday night check-in.
All right, guys, have a good night. Go Bucks.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep, go Bucks indeed. Look at you, Dane, wearing the jersey. On John's team.
It still fits, yeah.
So wait a minute, you got this in the 4th grade?
Now that I can't actually believe it still fits. It must have been.
That's the part that's killing me right now.
Yeah, I was on John's AAU team, and then we ended up here at Ohio State, obviously at the same time, across the hallway from each other in the dorms.
Dang, you telling me that this jersey you got on right now, you got in the 4th grade?
I think that is
That's
accurate.
Impossible.
The things you're saying are making me question it. But
That's
I think,
impossible.
No, it was big. I'll find pictures.
It's the jersey. How could there be another one of those jerseys yet?
In the 4th grade.
Look how big
this.
Listen,
he got a hoodie on. He got a hoodie on under the jersey.
It's not big.
This thing was baggy. That was the case.
This was the year 2000. How tight were your clothes?
That's true.
That's a fair point.
That's true. But still. Dane is a 35-year-old man that played in the National Football League, and that's what we say about him. Like, he looks like a good, sweet boy. But yet he's wearing clothes that he wore.
Tim, you've been warned about this rhetoric with me. You don't call me Sansi boy or a good, sweet boy on air. That was our deal.
I didn't say Sansi boy. I said
that's
good,
crazy.
Boy. All right, if you guys
pat me on the head.
If you guys have been on social media in the last 24 hours, you would know that Dan Orlovsky is a giant baby man that should be jailed for something he did. Our Power 5 will be in honor of that which he defiled next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
In a divorce, it's important to have a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell, a domestic litigation and family law firm. We champion your rights as an individual and your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell & Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, Columbus, Brandon Beam here. I'm going to be at the new AT&T store at 1605 Georgesville Square Drive this Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's have some fun. Again, at 1605 Georgesville Square Drive. See you out there.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling RAV4. Now through February 3rd, Get 4.99 APR financing on new gas-powered 24 or 25 RAV4s. Or lease a gas-powered 25 RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
The Jackets hit the road for their first ever trip to Utah. Yay! Live fan coverage starts Friday at 8:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, can we talk? It's a new year and I need to move on. We had a great run, but you're old now. So I'm trading you in at Great Lakes Kia.
And new Kias are under $5 a day.
That's less than lunch.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All 3 under $5 a day. At Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
Yes, new 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with 3rd row seating. All 3 under $5 a day.
That Kia Sorrento is hot.
And we've got 0% financing.
But what if I'm not good enough for credit?
If you've got a job, you ride.
Under $5 a day.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia. GreatLakesKia.com. Want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, he needs to meet my parents first. To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Because there's nothing better to do on a Friday night, let's just rank 5 things. It's the Buckeye Show's Power 5.
Oh, man, you know what? I'm even in the middle of this segment. I'm going to have to go back to my desk to get my number 1. My number 1 for the Power 5. I've got it back at my desk. You got it for me.
You haven't eaten that?
Don't let it out of it. I've been saving it. I've been saving it for this moment. I've been feeling sickly this week. Hadn't been a great week. So I got it back there. I was saving it for the Power 5. So, Dan Orlovsky, can we agree this guy's a psychopath? The way that Ryan Clark caught him eating the Reese's peanut butter cup, chipping all of the chocolate off of the edges because he doesn't like milk chocolate, to just ball up the peanut butter in the middle and eat it. Well, all right, buddy boy. If you don't like milk chocolate, then find another piece of candy. That's not for you.
At 100%.
Oh, hey, the Boatman brought it for me. Why am I showing that? People on YouTube know what the number 1 is, but for everyone else on the radio, you don't.
Yeah, I've never heard. Like, don't get me wrong. It's things that I eat weird, like Kit Kats. I eat Kit Kats weird. I eat it in layers. Like, you peel the top layer off, and then I'd like take the chocolate off the side, and then you just left with the wafer. And then I eat that last.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're eating that in an odd way, but you're eating
peeled it and threw the
and
rest
discard
away.
it.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous to me.
It's wasteful. And it's disrespectful.
Nutty Buddies, I do the same thing. You got to take the top layer off, then the sides.
You do that, huh? Why would he do that?
I don't know. That's why when I first heard him do that, I said, "Oh, okay. I got weird things that I eat like that."
Because you are kind of like a big kid.
You know, my wife would say
child.
My wife would say that. But
she would agree.
I would like
Laurentia would agree.
I think I'm the more mature
Who's
one.
the kid here?
Who's the kid
Are
here?
you kidding me?
Where are we at in society? Honestly, I thought that when Dan Orlovsky was doing this. Little Mike Gundy popped up.
Yeah, but
he's wrong.
There's nothing I think that I just like. You know what? That's a lie. That is a lie.
What do you throw away?
Okay, now this is I don't want people judging me. Okay, don't judge me. So you know how when you go to like Longhorn or somewhere and they got like
the steakhouse.
Yeah, like they got them blooming onions.
Oh no.
You know what I'm talking about? The blooming onion rings.
Don't do this.
The onion rings.
Yes, I know. But don't say what you're gonna say. It's bad. It's gonna be bad for you.
Hey, I'm not an onions guy.
You eat the fried Krispies.
I'm not an onion guy. So what I do is like you split the ring, right?
Jeez.
And then you like peel the onion out, and then you like dip the stuff in the Southwest sauce and eat it.
That's not the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Fire. I don't like onions.
Well, because sometimes that accidentally happens in an onion ring. Like you bite it and the inside comes out, but then you've got the other part, and then you realize like, oh wait, actually this is the good part.
No, when that happens, you fold it up and you shove the whole thing in your mouth. That's what you do. Yes, sometimes an onion ring.
You discard the onion.
No. Eat it. Eat the whole thing.
I'm just not an onion guy.
All right, so here's my Power 5 of Reese's products because, I don't know, J.B. Reese, who is like the founder of Reese's, he would be ashamed of Dan Orlovsky. And there's many, many, many good Reese's products, so I thought I'd rank mine down to the beginning. I actually have the classic peanut butter cups at number 5. You see, I've always had a hot take about Reese's peanut butter cups, that they pale in comparison to other kinds of Reese's because I don't like how they're like twice wrapped. I don't like peeling off the silly little black foil when they're already wrapped to begin with. I just wish they were there.
Charm.
I just wish they were there. So, but they're obviously delicious. I'm not going to discard anything with it.
It's funny.
4, I have classic Reese's Pieces. I mean, they're tremendous.
Yes.
They're like the M&M version of Reese's Pieces. Put them in vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
Just eat them at the movies. They're great. 3, one of the more modern candy bars that they came out with. They're beautiful. Don't you love those classic wafers at the grocery store? It was always one of the cheapest cookies you could get, like a 99-cent pack.
You lost me, but I know
Reese's Sticks. Reese's Sticks.
Oh, yeah.
They're number 3 for me. I love them.
Are you insane?
What's wrong with that, man?
3?
What? They're great.
Well, I got to hear number 2 and 1 because that's outrageous.
2 is, you think that's not high enough?
Yeah,
is that
you lost your mind.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your damn
mind.
That's a good solid ranking. That's a good solid ranking. And you're here criticizing me over
let
that.
Me hear 2 and 1.
3 has no shame. That's bronze, man. That's Patrick Mahomes' new son. Come on. 2 is the seasonal shapes. Because you open them up and then you can just eat them. That could be, the footballs, the eggs, the pumpkins, the Christmas trees, all that. They're phenomenal. Number 1, Number 1 is Reese's Nutrageous. When this thing came out, this was in a bright red wrapper back in the day, but it's just the best of everything. Chocolate candy, peanuts, peanut butter, and caramel. Oh,
I don't even know who you are anymore.
First of all,
Nutrageous. That didn't even make my list. That didn't even make my list. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. It's not the fact that you got Reese's Sticks, which is clear and obviously the number 1 thing that's Reese's ever dropped. Is the Reese's Sticks. Them things you can't even. They so good, Dane, that if you go to the store and get a 2-pack, you gonna be upset because you should have got the 4.
I'm gonna break your heart when I tell you I don't know what you're talking about.
That's sad. You know what?
I'm gonna Google it though as you're talking.
You know what's sad? You know what? I was just at the store. I wish I would have known. I would have got you a pack and brought it in and let you sample it. It is by far.
Oh, yeah. No, I know those.
The best thing.
Let me ask you this, though.
They're so good. I'm going to tell you how good they are. My wife never had them. I had brought some home. My wife ate the whole 6-pack.
You just going to throw her under the bus like that?
She did. Took my stuff. I was mad at her.
Oh, here's a question, though. Why do you choose to eat layers of Kit Kat, but you don't layer the Reese's stick?
I do those, too.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, anything that's got the
Love
wafer in it.
Good.
All right.
Just making sure.
All right, now, let me.
We got to talking.
Your list is flawed. Hold on, real quick.
No. I mean, I think we got to wait.
That's fine.
I think we got to wait.
That's fine. You know what? Because your list was so outrageous that I'll wait and give the people what the truth is.
Oh, outrageous.
Yeah.
It was so outrageous that you just yammered for 3 minutes instead of giving your own Power 5.
Well, we got
because you hated my insane list.
You know what the good news is? This is a 2-hour show.
And you would think they would have let the person who's not in the second hour go first, but I guess not.
Looks like someone's going to have to stay for another segment. That's how this is going. Dane, what is your Power 5? Are you doing the Reese's?
We don't have time for it.
Yes, we're going to have time for it. We have another segment to do.
All right, I'll come back.
You'll stay?
He'll do one more. He'll do
one more. Dane Sanzenbacher, everybody. He's going to stay to the top of the 7 o'clock hour. I don't know how we accomplished this, but he's going to stay. And the Power 5s, as College Football Pulse gets bumped, a rare occurrence on a Buckeye Show Friday night. That's coming up. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through February 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on Camry or lease a Camry LE from just $289 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good evening, everybody. Wells. We'll start with hockey. Tonight, the Blue Jackets play on the second leg of a back-to-back. Last night, the Jackets beat the Golden Knights 2-1 in overtime out in Las Vegas. Tonight, the CBJ are in Salt Lake City to face the Utah Hockey Club. Face-off is at 9. Pre-game coverage gets started at 8:30 right here on The Fan. In men's college basketball, Ohio State routed Penn State last night in Happy Valley as they won the game 83-64. That's 3 wins in a row now for the Buckeyes. Next up, they'll play a weekend game for the first time since December. On Sunday, Ohio State is on the road as they face number 18 Illinois in Champaign. Tip-off is at 1 o'clock. Timmy Hall will get you warmed up for that one starting at noon right here on The Fan on Sunday. In women's college basketball, number 8 Ohio State is at home on Sunday evening this weekend. That's when the Buckeyes host Washington. Tip-off at the Shot is at 5. Matt Andrews will have the call for you on The Fan's HD2 starting at 4:45 on Sunday evening. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
That Reese's Nutrageous. Tyvis, I got to tell you.
You're lost.
That's a number one.
You lost your mind.
That's a number one Reese's candy. So, we left off that hour. Tyvis has his Power 5. He's on the same subject, Power 5 Reese's products. And then Dane has stayed for another segment. So we finished this, and then on to the College Football Pulse.
I'll let Dane go first.
Okay, Dane.
Oh, that was nice.
You're welcome, man.
Thanks. Okay, so I wasn't aware there are so many Reese's products because I'm not a huge, like, if I'm going for candy, I'll usually go non-chocolate.
Okay, you're a fruity guy.
Well,
like a gummy bears.
Don't say it like that.
I mean, that's
not that there's anything wrong with that, but
fruity guy. Like, yeah, gummy bears, sweet tarts. You like my wife. My wife's like that. She like nerds.
Yeah, so if I'm going to do it, yes. So I did my Power 5 of non-chocolate, okay? I started off real soft because it was just top of mind.
Starburst.
No, the standard, the old-fashioned, just the Welch's fruit snacks.
Oh, yeah. I got a whole box of them at the house.
Yes, you can get them at Costco in the huge bag. For some reason, those
it's
are
not
just
really candy. It's not.
Yeah, you're right. Neither is the next one I'm doing. But it's just what I went with. And did I roast your Power 5 at all? I was the one over here being quiet.
I wish you would have.
Okay, so number 4.
It was terrible.
Number 4, the fruit version of Mentos. You guys like Mentos?
That's a candy.
Okay, that's a candy.
Yes.
I really enjoy those. Had those a lot when I was a kid. And there's something just satisfying about the fruity Mentos. Because, like, the minty ones doesn't feel like candy. That feels like a mint.
That's true.
That's very true.
But
Okay,
the fruity ones does feel like a candy.
Yeah.
My head's getting screwy now. Is Mentos the mint kind also a candy? What do we say? I say it still is. What do you say,
I
Titus?
say no, actually, for some reason.
Bodie, Mentos, candy or
mint,
not? Just the mint kind.
Mint isn't candy.
Yeah.
I would say no, not
Dang it, all right, I lose.
So that's why I had to
You're talking
specify.
about the white one.
The white one.
Circle.
That's what I said.
I just had one of them yesterday.
They're good.
Yeah, they are. They're delicious.
Good. Okay, so number 3, now we're getting into candy zone. Sour Skittles.
Okay.
I like sour stuff.
the green bag.
Normal. You like the bag?
The green bag.
The green bag.
We
Yes.
associate things like color.
I'm more of the purple bag and the blue bag.
The tropical.
The tropical
yes.
is the blue, but
No,
the purple
I don't
one is
dig.
the wild berry.
Wild berry.
Wild
Yeah.
berry,
That's
yes.
the one.
That is a weird one because all 3 of those to me are superior to the original.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, no.
I can't stand the original.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the sour, but then I take the classic red bag all day.
Are you insane?
No.
What's wrong with you tonight?
What's wrong with me? Stop saying that things are wrong with me.
That you just said something outrageous today.
I know.
Outrageous.
I thought
he likes the classic Skittles. Oh my God! Somebody come and arrest him.
The red bag needs to be discontinued.
You're right. You're out of your mind. Change up. Hi, I'm Tyvis Powell. Let's change up a good thing. All right. What's next, Dane?
May I proceed?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, traditional Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
I know Sour Patch watermelons are elite. They're
Yes.
very, very good.
I can't believe you like classic Sour Patch Kids. Get him off the show. Right, Tyvis?
I mean, I prefer the watermelon, but whatever.
They're very good, and I probably get those more. But there's something about the originals that I really do like those. And my number 1,
they're good.
always has been, Mike and Ike's.
Nice.
I'm a big Mike and Ike guy. They are just perfect. They're a great candy. They're simple. They're good size. They're good consistency. They crunch, but they're also soft.
That's your number one
It's my number one.
I used to put them when I was a kid playing football.
It's my number one.
I used to put Mike and Ike's in my mouthpiece, so like
My
they
man.
would keep it.
They
in.
would smash down?
Yeah, so like
You get a
so
little
when
flavor
you put
saver?
your mouthpiece in, like you like always taste the Mike and Ike.
Do you think Marshawn Lynch would lace his mouthpiece with Skittles?
Maybe.
And just
probably
smash him
did.
down?
He probably did.
I mean, a Mike and Ike's a better consistency to do that with.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
like.
Oh, thank you.
Mike.
At least it's the first time you've agreed with me
And
in an
Ike.
hour and 5 minutes.
That's not true.
That's true.
Except the red.
I agree with everything.
Except the red bag thing. You
Red bag's bad.
You lost
It's
me.
not bad.
All right.
It's not bad, but the other ones are surprisingly
Let's
good.
see how bad your Reese's list is going to be.
My number 5 is the Reese's cup with the pieces in it, though. You got to. They got the.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I seen them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4, Take 5. Really good. Fast break, Take 5. It's essentially the same thing. That's number 4. Number 3, the Easter Bunny ones. Easter's coming up too, so the ones.
Yeah, like a seasonal shape.
Yeah, like the one you said.
Seasonal
Yes,
shapes.
Yes.
They're kind of all the same. They're just the consistency of those are the same in all the different shapes that they do
Yes.
for all the seasons.
I
Yeah.
wonder why it tastes different though.
I'll tell you why, because it's the mold. It's the mold of
the
it.
The shape matters. I think the distance you get from the outside to the core, if it gets too big, such as the Christmas tree, not as good. The bunny, though, the ears, it's a narrow pathway for the peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's a better per bite ratio.
It's brilliant.
So the fact that you chose bunnies makes you smarter than Tim, who's
you.
saying, "Oh yeah, all shapes are shapes." No, it's not true.
I guess-
Bunnies are better than
I guess
Christmas
you're right
trees.
about the Christmas tree because it's got like the stem and everything. But to me, like you get a little bit more of that chocolate, and you still get a heck of a lot of the peanut butter too. And you don't have to do any like undoing of the wrapper. You open it up and then it's there ready to eat.
Number 2 for me, Reese's Pieces. Love me a bag of Reese's Pieces. Number 1, the sticks. It's not even close. Don't look at me. Don't argue with me because I'm not going to go back and forth with you. It's what it is.
Well, we know how much Lauren loves them.
Yeah.
Does she, what is that, like 10 Twix? What did she eat, 8 of them?
Man, I was so heartbroken.
There's 2 in a pack, right? 2 sticks in a
you
pack.
can get them 2 in a pack, or if you get the king size, it's 4 in the pack. Get the king size. Trust me, you will not be upset.
You know, it's going to be time for Reese's Bunnies here soon.
Yeah, it's like a couple months out.
There's Reese's Carrots, too. Did you know about that?
No, I'm not doing
Ever had the, like an actual Reese's Bunny, like the bigger, like chocolate bunny?
not
That's
the one
different.
in the
Like
pack.
the Easter Bunny
Yeah,
type?
no.
Yeah, like a bigger one, you know?
The
There's
one that
like
come
a
in the
1 pound
box.
one here. Yeah, in a
no,
box.
No.
I assume that's really good. How could that be bad?
Yeah,
Stuffed with
that's
Reese's
too
peanut
much.
butter?
That one's
no,
too much.
No, it's not. What about dipped animal crackers? I'm seeing these here. I've never had those.
Dipped?
No, you know what? I actually did pick those up at Sam's Club last year. They're phenomenal.
Dipped
animal crackers.
It's a Reese's product?
Yeah, the back layer is just
yes,
Reese's
I've seen
peanut
those,
butter and chocolate
Never
mix.
thought of. I always do the ice animal crackers.
Oh, you got to try those Reese's dipped soon. Okay, that was great. Bodeman, are you ready back there? Nope, he's not.
I am ready to.
Hey, what's going on,
Born
buddy?
ready. I am fantastic. How are you?
What? We're doing good. We're just finished with our candy talk.
All right.
What's your Reese's of choice?
There's not a bad Reese's in my opinion. I'll eat them all. You put chocolate and peanut butter together in anything, I'm in.
There's our guy.
Yeah.
There's our guy.
All right, Tim, we will start. Let's jump down to the second story because we really only have time for one here, and this one's probably the most fun one in my opinion. If the sports books have it right, Ohio State's going to play the 2025 Heisman Trophy winner in Week 1 next season. That's according to ESPN Bet, at least. That's because Texas quarterback Arch Manning has opened up as the favorite to win the award at plus 750. Got a handful of quarterbacks just behind him because it's become a quarterback award, frankly. LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier's at plus 800. Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava plus 1100. And then got a couple guys at plus 1200 here. Clemson quarterback Cade Klubnik. And then Penn State quarterback Drew Aller, because sure, why not? If he wins the Heisman Trophy, you guys can record this, and I'll pay out that bet for you. The 2 highest non-quarterbacks on the list. You guys want to take a list? You could probably guess one of them.
Jeremiah Smith.
That's a good guess. You want to take another guess? Stick
Jeremiah
with the theme.
Love.
Attaboy, Timmy.
Yeah?
Good job. Jeremiah Smith is plus 1,500.
Yeah.
And then,
Wow.
Tim, you don't need money. And you don't need fame.
Oh, my goodness.
And you don't need no credit card to ride this train. Jeremiah Love, he's plus 6,000. Free money, if you ask me.
My man just went
What a
Huey
waste.
Lewis in the news on us.
So, yeah, it's probably Odds are saying it's going to be a quarterback.
I actually prefer hip to be square.
Is Jeremiah Smith higher or lower than? He got a better chance than Julian. Is Julian Sand on the list?
I didn't see in the article.
That's what I was waiting for that shoe to drop.
Yeah,
because
I didn't. He might. I'm honestly not sure if he's higher or lower. I just read through the article.
I would absolutely take a Buckeye quarterback that a lot of people are high on to sprinkle a little bit on when you're getting a big value like that. I actually was opening a pack. Me and my son are still doing football cards, and we had the Panini draft picks, Prism draft picks. Good little set to open up. And it was preparing us for the opener here in town, obviously, because we pulled both a Julian Sayin and an Archie Manning in the same Arch Manning in the same pack. Probably could have found an Archie because they do legacy players like that too. And they were, you know how Donruss always gave that popular rated rookie logo for people that do the cards and all that? They switched it up and did a rated prospects logo that they put on that they stamped on the cards. So the Manning and the Sayin had that on it. But I actually would love Julian Sayin for a value pick. But how excited are you guys for that matchup? I mean, it's going to be huge.
Wait a minute. Who's to say that Lincoln isn't the starting quarterback?
I guess people. And then the coaches.
I guess we'll find out in the spring.
Yeah.
Hey, anything. That kid's athletic, so it's possible.
Are you trying to put a prediction out there?
Nope.
So not
Titus, didn't you say who was the kid that came in from Oregon State? Yeah. I remember.
What
didn't
about
you say
him?
he was going to start over Stroud?
He should have.
What about him?
He should have. Best quarterback we had in years.
What was his name?
Tristan Gebbia.
That guy right there.
Yeah.
I wonder what that kid's up to, man. Good player.
Every now and then Tyvus has these takes that are just sort of
that was almost as hot as Dane's
been there.
segment 2.
Oh, wait, Bodie, so you were here. What was your take on it, though?
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I knew it. So, it's going to be a slow burn.
It's
a slow
sad
burn.
to me what has happened that now these rivalry games just don't really mean anything.
Makes me want to puke.
Tim, it really does.
No, it doesn't, Tim.
It really makes me
No,
want
it
to
doesn't,
because
Tim.
you can still
No,
win
it
the
doesn't,
national
Tim. You don't
championship.
care. You don't get it. But there's a fire burning in Tyvus and I that says, hey, somebody's got to step up and save the heart and soul of this sport and draw the line in the sand and say, pass this, you shall not pass.
They would never take that deal, that agreement. Neither coach would make that agreement, but
they won't.
1,000% make that game have issues.
The internet would explode and it would be legend status. And I think it would be good for the sport, truly.
It's good
There's
to have
4
you back,
people
Dave.
sitting here,
Thank you.
Tim, and 3 of us are from Ohio, so I feel like it just
Shocking
means
that
more.
one of us doesn't get it,
It
Bodie.
just means more, Tim.
Ouch. 3 of us are from Ohio. One of them doesn't cheer for the Buckeyes.
Oh, yeah, I'm not crazy, Tim. I root for God's team, but
That's
nevertheless,
right.
I know who the enemy is, and that's Michigan.
Watch out for those convicts.
Their NIL program's on the rise. What NIL
What is it, up to 1? Yeah.
In Jesus' name, image, and likeness.
Oh, Dane, thanks for doing it, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys, and in a little overtime here.
What's for dinner tonight? I know you got to watch Indiana-Purdue.
It's a good question. I think it's pizza. I think it's pizza.
What a classic Friday night American
We're just going to
pick.
watch some college basketball, a good rivalry game. You remember rivalries, Tim? Mean a lot, make the sport what they are. You remember, don't you?
Yeah,
There's a
how
good
about-
one on tonight. Indiana-Purdue.
And they're going to play it again, so this one means nothing
Who
tonight.
is Kansas's rival?
Kansas State now, because Missouri bailed on the conference.
And how's that make you feel?
Bad.
Yeah. Welcome.
But you know what?
Welcome to our solution.
We say to hell with them, and we charge on. They left. They ruined it, not us.
Okay.
Dane, see you soon, buddy.
Thanks, Timmy.
Dane
Thanks, Tyvus.
Sanzenbacher,
See you
everybody,
later, Dane.
in with us. The Senior Bowl actually brings up a really good Will Howard story that we want to recap next here. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan. Get an Eco.
ECO.
Aaron, look what I invented.
Jerry, you're wearing a cape.
Get an Eco.
ECO.
What is it that you promise our customers, Aaron?
We come through for you when you need us to.
Get an Eco.
ECO.
Do you know who does that, Aaron?
We do?
Superheroes do that, Aaron. Superheroes!
I'm guessing you make capes for everyone?
That's right. Every plumber, electrician, and HVAC technician. But I'm not done, Aaron. I'm not done.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Now I'm inventing jetpacks so we can fly to the rescue like proper superheroes. Now say your line again.
We come through for you when you need us to?
No, say it like this. We come through for you when you need us to.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Jerry.
Yeah, Aaron?
How about we put those capes in the closet until you get the jetpacks perfected?
We'll look right when we take flight.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Donato's is dancing into 2025 with a New Year's deal that's too good to miss. All January long, get 25% off everything you order online. That's 25% off Donato's famous thin crust pizzas, oven-baked subs, fresh salads, wings, desserts, all your Donato's favorites. So get 2025 started with 25% off your online order now and throughout January using promo code 2025. Order with the app or at Donatos.com.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling RAV4. Now through February 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on new gas-powered 24 or 25 RAV4s. Or lease a gas-powered 25 RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. We're looking at quiet weather as we head into the start of the evening, but as the night goes on, rain chances will be back in the region. Temperatures overnight will fall below freezing, so watch out for a little bit of isolated mix as the system exits overnight. Dry weather will be back in place for Saturday. Temperatures in the upper 30s to near 40 will be back up into the 50s with more clouds Sunday. Temperatures staying in the 50s next week. That's your latest 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The home of Big Ten championships and future first rounders. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, the Bode man back there. Thanks to Dane Sanzenbacher for doing an hour plus one with us. Having some fun on a Friday night. That was a good time. Man, guy came with takes. He sure did come with takes. I want to tell you, though, about my friends, once again, at Tri-State Men's Health. We talked about ED last hour. Well, they're experts at treating something else as well. And that's if you are suffering from low testosterone. If you're in your early to mid-30s, you're maybe heading towards the big 4-0 like me. Did you know that you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year? Something that happens kind of gradually. And then before you know it, you just don't feel like the same man that you did in your 20s or 30s. That could be a decrease in libido. That's the sex drive. That's the good one. You don't want that. You're putting on weight, maybe less productive at the gym, the sleep patterns, just that overall lack of energy, falling asleep after dinner when you hit the couch to watch a show or a couple movies, sad or depressed more often. That could be low testosterone. So go to tristatemenshealth.com, take the low T quiz. That could help you out a ton. And then when you go check them out, you're going to get those lab results within 30 minutes. The cost of that appointment's only $99. You get the TMPSA test. If you sign up for the testosterone the day of your appointment, that visit is free. I've been on this. I've felt the impact. I've felt the difference, the juice, like infinity stones. Yeah, like right through you. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Check them out. Like a red bag of Skittles. Delicious.
I can't believe you.
Lots of energy.
You like the red bag?
I'm a fan of the classics for the most part.
Bodie, tell him he's wrong.
Bodie likes regular Skittles.
Never been a Skittles fan, to be honest.
No,
with
like,
you. Yeah.
what's your sweet tooth
totally
candy?
Turn them down. I would have to say the
Milky Way.
No,
let him answer.
Or you think sweet tooth is in more like sour or like just chocolate?
I want to, like, what's your favorite chocolate style candy, and then what's your favorite of the other category?
I would go Reese's. Probably the, is it Fast Break?
Yeah, Fast Break.
Right? Yeah, those are pretty fantastic. Tyvus just gave me a slight look of disgust.
It's in my top 5.
It's a top 5 for him. I didn't have him.
Too. Yeah. And then otherwise, I would probably go, I would say the, is it Trolley? Sour gummy worms.
Is it trolley or trolley?
Trolley.
The way they say
trolley.
that.
I can't remember.
Yeah, those are sours,
those
aren't
are
they?
good.
That's my wife loves trolleys. I got the big gallon bag at the house.
A gallon bag?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty.
It's ridiculous.
What are the, I think these are a little bit more new. It's like a flat, it's almost like an Airhead gummy. Have you had these? Like sour Airhead gummies? They're kind of like sliced into thin little strips.
I like the sticks?
No, not sticks. Strips.
No.
Like,
are they good?
Yeah, they are really good. Think of like,
is it the rainbow one? They like rainbow.
I feel like they are rainbow colored. Think of like fruit by the foot. If you were to roll it out,
those
flat,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I would
them
take
at the house too, Bodie.
All right, so you talked about weird ways of eating things, right? So for fruit by the foot, I would take the whole thing and just crumble it up and whoop
I
the
think
whole
that's
thing
pretty
in.
normal.
Really?
Is that the normal way to do it?
I don't know if I would say it's the normal, but I think it is like
to just
not
roll it up
rare
in a
to do
ball
that.
and just boom.
Yeah, I would. Okay.
That take the fun. You gotta take it off the strip, and then you gotta. Like you gotta let the whole thing fall down.
You
right?
talking about Lady in the Tramp, like Lady in the Tramp, like suck the whole thing up.
You gotta eat it up.
Like that would be like not the reverse Lady in the Tramp. Yeah, that'd be like if you shared it with another person.
Yeah,
and then met in the middle. But I know what you're talking about. So, do you remember when we hit on this a while back, and the story resurfaced because of the week that we're in, with it being the Senior Bowl? And did you have any thoughts, Tyvis, on the length of the college football season affecting any of the Buckeyes that would have planned to go to the Senior Bowl because none of them are able to do any physical activity this week?
I wasn't a fan of that. That's why I feel like they need to do something with that, because this is a chance to go into a NFL, style practice atmosphere with the coaches. And I feel like that's important time. For me, I enjoy my week with the Senior Bowl, just to be with the Dallas coaching staff. Shout out to Bodie. Jason Garrett was there.
Terrible.
Jason Garrett was there. But
how was he?
It's cool. Jason Garrett was cool to me. I had no beef with the guy. But, yeah, I thought it was good to get that NFL-style coaching and watch them critique you and stuff like that. See, now you miss out on that, and all they're going to do is go off of your film. And I think that for most people, they know you have the talent, but the next question is, can we coach him? Can he take coaching? And this was a critical week for people that's going to the East-West Shrine or the Senior Bowl because these coaches is going to look at you, you're going to do something, and then they're going to coach you up right there on the spot. And they want to find out, all right, after I tell him how to do this, can he go out there and can he apply it right now? Or is it's going to take some time? Like that matters.
It does. I agree with you. I think this is
So I feel like it's putting them, really giving them a disservice by not allowing them to have this experience of playing in this game.
And I don't know if the game is even so much
not
as
the game,
important,
but
the practicing.
The practices is the most important.
But the physical activity.
Yes.
Like we agree. Like actually practicing and showing what you can do and being able to take that coaching.
I probably still would have played. I would have still did it.
You would have still done it?
Yeah, I think I would have still did it.
Yeah, just sack up and go.
Yeah.
And so now most of them
Especially
are going to be.
If I'm trying to improve my stock, I probably would have. And on top of that, I'm fresh. I'm still in great shape. I just got off. We just played the game, so I'm still in decent football shape.
Well, I mean, you
probably would have did it.
I wonder. I know you played.
I wouldn't have played in the game though, for sure.
You did a championship game and then a break and then 2 games. These guys just did 4 games. Boom, 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 boom.
I probably did it. Notre Dame doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a linebacker out there that said his stock is through the roof right now. They say he like.
I think Watts and maybe one more might have dropped out, but Leonard went and Kaiser went.
Leonard and Kaiser. And Leonard's had the viral comments of saying how
he said a bruise on the leg is a hell of a long way from the heart, so I'm going to come down here and compete.
Put your gear back on, Riley. What do you think you are? You're a running quarterback. Get your ass down to Mobile.
On the front, Tim. It's a hell of a lot more than the one on the back.
No, like I get it. I do. But this story came back up, and just from the caption here, said throughout the season, Ohio State head coach Ryan Day preached on the leadership that Will Howard brought, as well as his play. And despite Howard not playing in the Senior Bowl ahead of the draft, Senior Bowl director Jim Nagy had nothing but good things to say about Howard. He said, quote, "We had a roster spot open when Will Howard couldn't come. I was bummed because Will and I had developed a really good friendship." He said, "He's the only player I ever called Archie Manning." That's the right one. I misspoke when I called Archie last segment. He called Archie Manning to get him a spot in the Manning camp. Said he'd never done that for any other player. Because I would imagine you got to really trust a guy.
The one that CJ
You're going to tell the Mannings.
That one?
I don't know if that was really a blow off or is there more to that story? Like we can get a little caught up in those things, can't we?
They sure came out and they sure tried to drop his draft.
But if you remember from last year, though, so Howard came over to the Buckeyes when he was still deciding what he was doing. You know, the time period for that moves pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And Nagy said that Will was invited to the Senior Bowl last year if he was to come out. He said he called Will when it became clear that Jaden Daniels wasn't coming to Mobile, so we pivoted to Will Howard. I called him, and he's like, "Jim, I'm getting on a plane and going to Columbus in about an hour." So we missed our chance last year, but it worked out for Will, and it worked out for the Buckeyes, obviously. So that was the story. Like, he was going to be going to the Senior Bowl. But then the opportunity came up, and the Buckeyes were moving on him, and Will Howard obviously wanted to move on the Buckeyes. And thank God it happened that way, because what a quarterback he was and what a season he had.
Yeah, it was great. I know it was him. They tried to get Dylan Gabriel, and then it was him, right? I feel like either way.
Yeah, didn't really want the Cam Ward.
Yeah, I feel like either way they would have made the right decision with that. And Cam Ward would have been nice too. I mean, obviously he had an unbelievable career. He might be the first quarterback drafted.
Would he have stopped after 2 playoff games though? Cam Ward.
Would he have stopped? No.
Yeah, once he got his record.
No,
I
don't think that would have been the case.
Or at the halftime of the Notre Dame game.
I don't think that would have been the case. He was lights out. He had 3 touchdowns in there, no picks. I think he threw like 2 or 3 incompletions. He was lights out in that game before he decided to bow out.
All right, time to get the weekend party started. So if you're somewhere safe and listening, crack one open. Let's talk some beers and Buckeyes with Pat Murphy of Bucknuts. That's in 2 minutes. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through February 3rd, get any new Highlander or Grand Highlander with 6.49 APR financing up to 72 months, including hybrid models with $1,681 per thousand borrowed, subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Scarlet and Gray 24/7, or however long the show is tonight. You're listening to the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Timmy and Tyvis, all you fine Buckeye fans. And we're going to be doing some beers and Buckeyes, yes indeed, with our friend Patrick Murphy. Why not? Late enough on a Friday right now. We bring him in. Now, Pat, Tyvis is just watching some little thing from the Pro Bowl, so we're going to hit you with it on the fly. What did it say, Tyvis?
You got to finish the phrase. The phrase is, if you can't stand the heat,
get out the kitchen.
See, he knows.
Yes. Yeah, Pat.
I mean, listen, but to be honest, it's relatively easy, was it not? Like, we both got it right away, but a lot of these football players don't know what the hell they're talking about.
They were at the Pro Bowl. They were at the Pro Bowl, Pat. They were asking all the players to finish some of the phrases, and they didn't know that answer.
What are you doing tonight, Pat?
I'm currently standing outside of City Tavern on 4th Street. I was just with your guy, Brandon Beam.
Oh!
He texted earlier. He is a single man this weekend because his wife took the child down to Dayton, and he texted a few of us, my buddy Ned, my buddy Adam, who just left and was probably listening to this in his car ride home. And so we hung out. We had a couple drinks. We were watching some college hoops. And, yeah, everyone's leaving now. So.
Man.
And I hope to see you out there.
That's fantastic. Yeah, Pat Murphy and Brandon Beam. So what were the brews? What was good? What did you try?
Well, Beam is doing this Awaken 180 thing, which I believe there are commercials for on your station.
Oh, yes, they have many. Yep.
Yeah, so he can't drink beer, which is very diligent of him, by the way.
That's sad.
To not do that, given Brandon. But he looks great. I think it's doing wonders. So he was drinking some kind of mixed drink. I had my go-to here is a Montucky. It is a tall boy can that it's kind of a light beer, but they're like $3 here. So that's my go-to.
Pat, let me ask you about the Buckeyes. Obviously, the hot topic right now is the defensive coordinator position. Would you like them? Do you think it's smarter for them to go in-house, or do you think there's somebody on outside that would be a good fit for the Buckeyes?
I think you have to examine all possibilities here. And I think if we've looked at Ryan Day's track record, he's going to take his time, right? I mean, you think back to last year with 2 offensive coordinator hires after Bill O'Brien left. Obviously, the Chip Kelly hire happened quickly because of their connection, but he took his time getting Bill O'Brien in the building. And then even when Tony Alford left for Michigan, the turnaround in the middle of spring practice, there was no urgency. They found the right guy as opposed to hurrying up and hiring a guy. And so I think that's what Ryan Day will do here. I think they have some really good, viable candidates in the building, and Matt Guerrieri, Tim Walton, Matt Guerrieri in particular, who has worked closely with Jim Knowles both at Ohio State and at other stops, has called some defenses in his young career. But then I think you also have to look and see, okay, who are guys that are interested. It obviously depends on what you want to do defensively. Do you want to change things? Do you want to stick with this team? But you're Ohio State. You're coming off a national championship. You had the best defense in the country last year. I don't think you can settle in this hiring. I think you've got to find what you believe is the best man for the job.
Patrick Murphy with us for some beers and Buckeyes. He's on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. He's already having a good time here on a Friday night. So we're looking at the next football game up is going to be Texas and Ohio State, and Arch Manning is the odds-on favorite to win the Heisman. If you're looking at Julian Sayin, what are you thinking about someone that might want to sprinkle something on Julian? Because the Ohio State quarterback obviously is going to have a great chance at something like that. But what do you think about Sayin in general? What do you expect of him?
Well, first I want to clarify that I was very well aware of the fact that I was coming on, so I have been moderately having a beer. I didn't want to get overboard before I got on the air with you guys. But
and you do. You sound so sane tonight during this interview, like you're ready to go.
Yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. And it's only 7:30. Right?
He's waiting for 7:42. That's what he's waiting for.
Exactly. But to answer your question, yeah, I saw the Arch Manning stuff earlier. I think I don't know what Julian Sayin's odds are. Obviously, he still has to win the job, and I think we all are probably in agreement that he will. But I would be interested in that if I were a betting man. I think you look at the talent that is around whoever is going to be the Ohio State quarterback, with Jeremiah Smith coming back, Carnell Tate coming back. You got 3 interior offensive linemen coming back. I think you're in a pretty good spot. And so, yeah, I think, I also am unsure of the hype on Arch Manning. Obviously, the last name plays a big part. But, like, what have we seen from Arch Manning other than, a couple of games when he stepped in when Quinn Ewers was hurt? And I don't think that was against great competition. So, you got to see it for both of those guys. But I think Julian would be an interesting bet if you're looking for a little bit of a longer shot, assuming he wins the job.
One of the ones I'm seeing, Tyvis has him at plus 1,800, which is right there with Lenore Sellers, and he's right ahead of Carson Beck at plus 2,000. We just saw Jeremiah Smith for what, plus 1,500? A little bit ahead.
Beck was even in schools.
Miami, lots of money.
Look, Pat, let me ask you, not named Caleb Downs, not named Jeremiah Smith. Give me a guy on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball that you are looking forward to next season to watch.
Offensively, I am very high on Brandon Inniss. I've been excited about him. I thought this was going to be the year, and then Emeka decides to come back, which obviously worked out really well. And credit to Brandon Inniss for sticking this year through. And he had a role to play. I thought he played it well. And now I think you saw bits and pieces throughout the year, and I think you'll get to see a lot more, obviously, next season with him kind of taking over that Carnell Tate role, the Emeka Egbuka role alongside Jeremiah and Carnell Tate. Defensively, I would say probably, we saw a lot of Jermaine Matthews this year, so I won't go that way, but like a full Arvell Reese, starting Arvell Reese on the field almost every down. I think he showed a lot that there is a reason to be excited for that position, and having Sonny Styles alongside him, a guy who he played with this year, I think means you've got to, at least on paper, it looks pretty good in that linebacker room, right? So those are probably two. We could probably list several guys, though, because there's so many guys, that are intriguing at the very least that, are going to get a bigger shot next year.
Pat, we'll let you get back to it, but how about this Buckeye men's basketball team right now? 3 straight wins, and they got a big opportunity against an Illinois team that's been beat up a little bit, losing 3 of 4. They might be primed to get, and OSU just seems to be getting better every time they go out.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch this team grow throughout the season. Obviously, it's been different with this 12-team playoff. I felt like when I went to the shot for the Iowa game the other night, I hadn't been there in quite some time, and frankly, I hadn't.
You hadn't? Yeah.
But these, they're growing into something. Obviously, that Purdue win was huge. You have an opportunity for another big win against Illinois, who I watched some of last night after the Buckeyes were done, as they lost to Nebraska. So, they have an opportunity to go on a run here going into February. There's a couple difficult games in there. Michigan, the Illinois game we just mentioned, but I think they could start to climb up the standings, and I feel good about where this team is at. You know, they still have some flaws. They're still a little bit undersized at times, especially in the Big Ten, but putting things together, I really like what John Mobley Jr. is doing in terms of his all-around game, and I think that has really unlocked a lot of things for them, letting Bruce Thornton play off the ball and hit some of those shots he did last night. So I think they found something, and we'll see, obviously, against tougher competition, but they've been playing some good ball.
I've got another list from some of those things, like what Tyvus started out with the Pro Bowl, like finish these phrases. Okay, so here we go. I've got, it's always darkest before
the dawn.
That's good. You can't teach an old dog
new tricks.
Where there's smoke,
there's fire. I use that one a lot.
That's good. That's good. Two's company.
Three's a crowd.
Children should be seen,
not heard.
Wow, he's just rolling. This is great.
He's good.
This one's gonna get you. A bird in hand is.
I've heard this one. It's two in the bush.
A bird in hand is better than one in the bush. I actually don't know what the hell that means. I've heard that one too. Never got that one. And you know what? I'm actually happy that you screwed it up, because I think that's more to screw up, because no one knows what the hell that means. And news is
good news, obviously.
Man, that's good. Good job, Pat. Have some beer now.
All right. I'll get after it a little bit here.
Yeah, beautiful. Pat, thanks for coming on, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Thanks, guys.
There he goes. Pat Murphy from Bucknuts there, covering the Buckeyes as well as anybody, and our good friend and brew connoisseur.
I asked Bodie what was the score to the national championship game.
That's pretty good. You got to give it to him for that.
Tyvus, do you know what this first, let's see. I don't know. 34-23, unfortunately.
Yeah. You are a son of a bee. You know that?
Tyvus, you're mean.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a bird in hand was worth two in the bush. Because you have one in hand, so know what you have.
I think
versus two in the bush, which
I've never
I thought
heard
that's what it was.
I've never heard it
I feel
before.
like that's more correct too, but I'm reading right from the sheet here, so there could be a discrepancy.
What about? Have you ever heard?
A bird in the hand is worth two in the what?
What about if he just gets started, Tim? Just let him finish.
Jeez. Best thing to do, let him finish. Tyvus, don't bite the hand
that feeds you.
You can lead a horse to water,
but you can't make him drink.
The pen is mightier.
The pen is mightier.
Not the penis mightier. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh, yeah. You know what's crazy is I actually knew that.
If at first you don't succeed,
dust yourself off and try again. That's what Aaliyah said.
I'm dust yourself off and try again. He who laughs first
cries next.
No, laughs last. All good things
must come to an end.
Except for this show.
It's just going to keep going. See you tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Not about hoops.
Well, I mean, I was being honest, because we still have another segment to go.
That's true.
Hey!
Or 12 hours.
It's better than you expected.
It's longer than you expected.
Longer than you expected. All right, the very best with the Bucks on the social front. Tons of good stuff from the week. We got hashtags. Next, it's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, Columbus, Brandon Beam here. I'm going to be at the new AT&T store at 1605 Georgesville Square Drive this Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's have some fun. Again, at 1605 Georgesville Square Drive. See you out there.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with the sound of freshness. The sound of sizzle. The sound of savings. With new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items. Deals for days on over 1,000 items throughout the store. Plus weekly sales and My Perks for even more savings at the pump. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop. at your neighborhood Giant Eagle. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University, Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
It's a new year for Buckeye fans. Why not make your dream game day setup a reality with Bob's Discount Furniture? Score unbeatable values on super comfortable sectionals, perfect for catching instant replays, feature-packed media centers, and halftime snack-ready dining sets. All for hundreds, even thousands less than the competition. So stop in and see how much you can save at Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture expert technicians who are quick but not rushed. When you hear the bell, breathe in and out. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today and find automotive peace. No appointment needed.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, it's Anthony. I got to tell you, when you don't have the support you need, it affects everything. Feet, knees, hips, back, even your mood. I finally went to the Good Feet store, and once I was personally fitted for my arch supports, I felt a ton better. I will never wear another pair of shoes again without sliding in my personally fit Good Feet arch supports. That's because they help me eliminate my foot pain. It's such a good feeling knowing that I can be on my feet and not worrying about I'm going to wake up with low back pain or feel a weakness somewhere. I trust the Good Feet store because for more than 30 years, they've helped thousands of people just like me get back to feeling comfort on a daily basis. They take pleasure in that. And it's their personal 3-step system designed to support, balance, and strengthen your feet that guides them into their ideal position. I'm the proof. I wear them every day, even when I'm biking at the gym. So go in, take the free test walk at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City or goodfeet.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. Hashtag Buckeyes.
Timmy and Tyvis, all you fine Buckeye fans, hope you have a great weekend coming up here. Man, we got some good stuff. It's all going to culminate with the Buckeye men's basketball game at Illinois, Sunday at 1, noon coverage. I'll get you warmed up for it. Tyvis, I go back to football right here. I will just pad my own stats because I actually went and grabbed this. I've seen this clip all over social media, so I could have teased any number of accounts. But I got what my favorite piece from Ryan Day's Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson!
Oh, Kelly Clarkson. Yes. We both think of the same thing from 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's good. I'd never seen one segment of her show.
Not me either.
She was funny.
Oh, really?
I thought both of them were kind of working together at the segment. So this part near the end of it really got me. And just to hear how she got Ryan Day with this line. and they were talking about fantasy football. This is a little clip that I put on my Twitter at Timmy Hall Radio. Ryan Day on Kelly Clarkson's show.
Well, Barkley and Smith were on my team this year, so I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, they're big time players.
Yeah.
So if you're in the locker room giving like a speech to the team, like you just really get after it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, don't this up. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I do hope the best team wins that plays that day. I'm totally kidding on all the kind of. Everyone give it up for Coach Ryan Day.
I thought that was great. I thought that was so good. I've watched that like 10 times, and it gets me every time just to see Day really belly laughing on that one. Guys, don't F this up. He just got him dead.
I think that this is it's good that he's getting this moment.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's maybe the best part about this because he's never going to he's not going to take it. You know? Obviously, he's going to take the trips and he's going to take these appearances as he should. He's the head coach. This is part of it.
He's earned it.
He's earned that. What I mean is whenever he gets up and talks, he is sharing the love. He is pointing to the jobs that everybody else did. He's never talking about the job that he did or the part that he played in bringing this together. It's all the we. It's just what do we do to fix it? How do we get it right? And then that's what you do, right? That's what a good leader does because, my goodness, if you're talking about a football coach, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in that program that are all looking up to you and that are all working for you, like on your behalf.
I'm glad that because I think that when you look at just what he did, like, and how the schedule is set up, like everybody's already like next week or like in a month, spring ball starts and like at the beginning of March. And I'm glad that he's actually taking this time to celebrate the fact that he did this because me being the guy that I am, it's like, all right, let's get ready to do it again next year. What's next? Like he actually is taking the time to embrace this, celebrate this, enjoy this before he has to lock back in. And I think that's good for him. I mean, like we talked about it the last time he was on about how he just looked stressed out over the years. And now it's nice to see him, with a smile on his face and just relaxing.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then Ryan Day, the other thing that he did today was he just came on Morning Juice at the very end of the show. They had like Albert Breer, Matt Light, 3-time Super Bowl champ with the Patriots.
Okay.
Then they had A.J. Hawk. And then at the end of the 8 o'clock hour, guess who calls in? Ryan Day. Just driving around recruiting, chimed in, gave those guys a ring, said that it's been a very busy travel schedule since Atlanta.
Started in New York City and kind of went all across the globe and up and down. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to really jam in almost a month worth of recruiting in about 5 days or so, just because we ended so late. It's very unique because of how late the game was. So good problem to have, but still everyone's working hard on the staff.
And what is the latest on defensive coordinator? This was Day's thoughts today.
There's points in the recruiting cycle where it becomes very pressing to get things done. We have signing day next Wednesday, but it's really not very significant for us. So, we want to be thorough, make sure we're doing, what's right moving forward. But, we want to have as much continuity as we can. And I think I've learned that watching guys like Nick Saban and, different coaches who have had success for extended periods of time, that to make sure that you have continuity, in all three phases. So, we want to do that. We feel great about the guys we have on staff, but we also want to make sure, we're looking at other options out there and being thorough in our search.
Yeah, they don't really have to rush it at this point in time with where they are in the calendar.
Well, they got to rush it for spring ball.
I know, but I guess in my mind, it's not like in the next couple of days or so.
I think that if the longer he waits, the more it makes me think it's going to be in-house. Because if it was an outside source, you would have to get him in here because he's probably going to put his change on the defense and running the defense the way he wants it to be ran. Therefore, you need to get him in the building sooner than later so he can meet with the guys, start teaching them the new playbook and things like that. But if you hire him from inside and they're going to run the same thing that Jim Knowles ran, obviously you can take your time on that.
What's the spring practice schedule? Like, what's that coming up?
March something.
Yeah. Monday, let's see. I'm trying to look and see what when it started last year. Yeah, it has to be in March. Like April's going to be near the end of it.
It's like the second week of March, maybe the first week of March.
Tuesday, March 5th was when it started last year.
Okay, yeah.
So you're looking at a month and a week or so. Yeah, I still think I might agree with you if we go another week or so and you don't hear anything out there about outside candidates.
If we get to our birthdays,
but right now, I'm not thinking that just yet.
If I turn 31 and you turn 41,
oh well, yeah, then we're in late February,
and they still don't have a DC.
I just said a week or so.
It's going in house.
You're talking about 3 weeks from now, and if we don't go anywhere, yeah, I'll be with you. You give it some time, though. I don't think not hearing of any names just yet means that they're just going internally. They could wind up doing that, but. Give us some time. What are you looking at out there?
I was looking at this great tidbit that the defensive tackle, Tywone Malone.
Yeah.
The guy who transferred from Ole Miss like a couple years ago, defensive tackle. He has now won a national championship in football and baseball because he won it with Ole Miss in 22.
How about that?
He's I probably can't imagine there's many guys on that list.
Dude can probably kill a baseball. Yeah. My God.
Wasn't he at he did the softball game, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he was there.
I wouldn't know. I was throwing up and crapping all over the place.
You ate the hot dog, the chili dog.
I ate the chili dog, and Tito had to pinch hit on the very day of because I woke up and was dead. That's how that went. Well, boys, what a week, huh? I caught the bug, and I can't wait to get into bed and just rest and relax.
You going to bed?
Get me out of here.
You going to bed early, Tim?
Yeah, I think so. I think I will.
What's for dinner tonight?
Dinner tonight is probably going to be flatbreads, unless we call an audible and just get pizza. But hey, Jackets tonight. Jackets at Utah, the nameless team.
First time ever.
The Wasatch. Yeah. Let's go get the Utah Hockey Club tonight and win another one out there. Tyvis, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you, Tim.
Bodie, thanks a lot.
Schedule.
Mad About Hoops replay coming up tomorrow at 8 a.m. Download it anywhere. That's coming up next on The Fan.
Common Man has spent the past 18 years telling you how much he hates people. And yes, that probably means you, too. Common Man and T-Bone.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan.
Hey, Ohio State fan. Are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get 1 juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, 1 original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Now through February 3rd, get a great lease deal or $2,000 customer cash on a new 24 or 25 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or get 4.99 APR financing on remaining new 24 Tacomas and new 25s. With approved credit through TFS. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter models. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Get yourself Toyota ready. Toyota, let's go places.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining healthcare.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
You hear that?
That's the sound of the new Tim Hortons pairings calling your name. Whether rushing to the car or grabbing a quick bite on your way to work, Tim's has a breakfast deal designed for your busy life. Choose from a warm small cup of coffee with our savory omelet bites or creamy avocado toast for just $4. Or grab a hearty grilled breakfast wrap with coffee for just $5. A delicious pairing at your convenience to tackle the day. At participating U.S. restaurants, excludes grilled breakfast wrap with beef. Terms apply.